Hey me beauties, it's Mama Ash from General Hospital Canada UK here. Welcome to GH Canada Soapbox. We have a lot to unpack from the GH episodes from July 6th to July 10th, 2026. So grab a coffee or maybe something stronger because we think you're definitely going to need it. Before we jump into this week's drama, the theme of this week's episodes is I came in like a wrecking ball, courtesy of our fave female residents. So buckle up me beauties, let's get started. You know the old saying out like a lion and like a lamb, well me beauties, if you thought the storm was over after Cullum's death, oh hell no. You must be bloody joking. And if you think it is, well you definitely aren't a Carly fan who knows that Carly's mama bear mode is activated. I do not joke around where Carly is concerned. In Monday's episode, Carly was in bull in a China shop mode facing off with Z. As a Carly fan, I would not expect any less. She's like a volcano, you never gonna know when her temper is gonna erupt. Z was intrigued by our girl, he saw the fire in her eyes, but that did not stop this pompous arrogant ass from being insulting. He had the audacity to say he never had one of his agent's mummies come see him to have their kid released of their WSB duties. All I could think was, oh no he didn't. Then when I recovered from the shock, I rewound the scene again and said, oh yes he frigging did. This was no calculated move, this was like watching a classier version of Mr. Bean, still a stumblebum, but being presumptuous as hell. But he did not stop there, oh no, he then thought it appropriate to ask her out for dinner. Oh my dear sweet lord, that man had no idea who he's actually dealing with. Carly tells Z she wants her daughter back. He replied with, let me put it in terms you'll understand. He then put on a hick American accent and said, that ain't gonna happen. The sheer gall of this prick talking down to her. I mean, come on, seriously dude, you've just poked a mama bear. That's when Carly completely lost it and slapped the ever-loving shit out of his face. He was shocked, but John Oliver, who plays Z, asked that Laura write as Carly give him that Carly bitch slap. Meanwhile, Joss apologized to Lucas for using him to infiltrate Windmere. He was furious with her. She also got a visit from Agent Vaughn, who said that he is impressed with her work as WSB. She's no longer a rookie. At GH, Sunny and Ava visit Ethan, and Ava tells Ethan she's grateful for his saving her from Sidwell. At the Peace PD lockup, Britt pleads her case with Dante. I honestly think Dante needs to get the pickle out of his ass and appreciate the length and effort Britt went to protect Rocco. Liesl shows up again to see her and they make up. Rocco and Danny have a fight, which makes Lulu freaks out not only because Charlotte told Danny that Rocco shot Cullum, but also Ethan got shot and in the hospital. Nina freaks out on Jack for not taking care of himself so he gets better. Vaughn shows up to see Jack and he tells him that Cassius is dead, but he's not, because we later saw him in a prison cell. We then saw Liesl and Britt talking and Nina showed up and told them Cassius is dead. The last thing we saw was Sunny and Carly talking about Joss. We then saw Carly watch Valentine get out of an SUV and Carly ran to him while Lulu, Charlotte, and Sunny were dumbfounded when they saw them kiss. In Tuesday's episode, Lulu and Carly were both suffering from a imovitiitis, dealing with Jack Brennan and Valentine respectfully. I love the Spencer women, but they have a lot of nerve verbally smacking down the men in their lives. Firstly, Joss is a grown-ass woman and makes her own choices for her own life. Carly needs to stop pointing fingers and acting like a lunatic. Joss is a headstrong woman who reminds me of Anna Devane. Speaking of Anna, Emma arrived home to find Gio had stocked the cupboards and fridge with Anna's fave tea and snacks. That kid is a keeper. As for Lulu, bitch please, your daughter is old enough to drive and make up her own mind up about whether she wants contact with her own father. Dante took Rocco and Charlotte to the Metro Court pool. Fat lot of good that did. Danny told Jack Brennan that Rocco shot Cullum, so his dad needs to be set free. Charlotte was absolutely pissed when Danny told her that he told Jack that Rocco shot Cullum. But if it was her dad locked up, she'd do the same. Meanwhile, Tracy told some home truths to Willow while Michael and Jacinda talk about who framed Willow. Funny that Chase and Brooklyn were doing the same thing. In Wednesday's episode, Anna and Felicia arrive home from France, and she ends up having a surprise welcome home from her family. Carly and Valentine were all loved up, lol. Their bliss got kiboshed by Sunny, who showed up to tell Carly to stop being with Valentine. Sunny is acting like a territorial ex-husband. Sunny says Carly knows better than this, what the actual fuck. Sunny, stop it. Like he's the patron saint of good life choices, being with Nina and now Justine. The conversation ends up being calmer. At Sunny's office, he and Justine are all loved up. Carly says she could not have rescued Joss without Valentine's help. Trina crosses paths with Portia and it was really awkward to watch. Rick is hired by Isaiah about filing a civil suit against Curtis. Oh my god, seriously. He wants compensation. Molly is asked to replace Justine to prosecute Jen Sidwell. Molly is left thinking, what do I do now, because her book launch is soon. Lucas has some big feelings, and he's about to vent them to Elizabeth after crashing on her couch after drinking Heavily the night before. Lucas unloads on Elizabeth about Marco's death and what happened to Britt. He calls her Nurse Ratchet. Oh my god, he went there, lol. Dante meets up with Laura and says it's a struggle dealing with Rocco and the situation. Martin shows up to see her and they have lunch. Oh my god, Curtis' lawyer says he could get 2 years in prison. I do not like this at all. Curtis does not think Willow caused the accident. He thinks it's Isaiah who caused it. Oh snap. In Thursday's show, GH had me scratching my head going, bloody hellfire. Excuse me, GH, you're turning Elizabeth Baldwin into Miss Marple and Lucas into Hercules Poirot. When it comes to the drugging of Drew and Chief Brennan, Elizabeth is sure there is something strange going on, because Jack, she has heard, has recovered and Drew hasn't. Jack arrives just as Willow and Nina are going into a nuclear meltdown about Drew's drugs starting to wear off on him. And then Elizabeth shows up and sees that Jack is up and in control of all of his faculties and visiting Willow. Jordan confesses that the accident was her fault. All I can think is it's about effing time. As for Brooklyn and Chase, bloody hellfire, Chase is starting to close in on Lucy's mind games and the truth Brooklyn omitted to him. Tracy has honed into the fact that Willow is telling the truth for once in her life and that Brooklyn is being blackmailed by Lucy. Tracy asks why Brooklyn did not come to her instead of going to Lucy. Brooklyn tells her, because you don't like my husband. As for Curtis and Sunny, LOL, these two are a caution who don't know when to quit while they're ahead. Oh my good god, Friday's show left me feeling pretty angry. First of all, Lulu has earned back her negative nickname Shrulu, as she thinks it's perfectly acceptable to shout and scream at Carly in her own home. No bitch please. Your cousin's daughter is laying in a hospital bed from a gunshot wound, and instead of talking calmly like grown-ass woman, you prove that this isn't about Charlotte or Valentine. From a psychological standpoint, it's about you losing your grip on your children and placing your muck in other people's gardens. Chase found out from Brooklyn that Lucy is blackmailing her because of Jordan's accident, and also that she and Lucy are framing Willow. Elizabeth is piecing together the truth about Drew and Jack's druggings, and Willow and Nina need Jack's black box found. Drew will recover soon, and Willow has no time to get more to inject him with. Ethan and Ava are my new favorite team. Maura West and Nathan Dean bounce off each other in their scenes together and make me laugh. Fitzpatrick has the charges against Britt dropped and she's free to go. Finally, Valentine went to see Joss and brought her flowers. They talk about how Joss got him released from custody. She asks him to do her a favor and give Anna a message from her. I can't wait to find out what message Joss has for her. Meanwhile, Anna gets a visit from Liesel, who tells her that she too was kidnapped and was in the same prison cell as her and saw her message. Joss tells Jack that she is sending Valentine to see Anna to keep him away from Carly. And finally, Anna and Valentine reunite. That's it for now, me beauties. This is Mama Ash signing off. Roll on Monday. It's GH's 16,000th episode and I can't wait to see it. Have a great weekend, everyone.